Hello, welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James, and after a week off, I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How's things, mate?
I'm back up and running.
Talk us through these technical issues that you're having last week, because you've kind of given like a top level thing for me, and I've felt like I just won't ask questions, then we can talk about it properly on the show. So what's been going on?
Well, it was that bad. Even the computer person didn't even know what the hell happened. He scratched his head, going, "What did you do?" And I said, "I don't know."
It's a good start, real good
It's a good
start.
start because for some reason, old Windows thought, you know what? Let's change the date to the year 3000 and then just shut you down completely, so you can't turn on your computer.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I don't know what I did. I'm trying to scratch my head. Like, did you download anything? I was like, no.
Nothing more than my usual porn, and
Yeah, my
um,
safe.
what could possibly go wrong with that?
No, of course.
What about So how did that get fixed?
Oh, they did something. They said, no, we just reinstalled all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, cool.
They
They
turned it off
said,
and then on again.
I said, yes, pulled the plug out, put it back in, and it worked.
The
Like
classic
magic.
Well, it's good to have you back anyway. As I kind of put out on social media on Tuesday when the episode was meant to go up, you had your technical issues, and I'd done so many different interviews and podcasts in like the week beforehand that I just couldn't be fucked chasing down anyone to kind of fill in the spot. So you're irreplaceable, and so
Unless it comes to JRPGs, then I am replaceable.
well, then you're very replaceable because otherwise you're likely to fall asleep while I ramble about them. But that's all right. That's all right. You can have your one topic where it's not your greatest strength. Anyway, it is. You've come back just in time for patched updates. For anyone who new, that's where we talk about all the games that we've been playing over the course of the last month, and just a bit of a debrief on them. So, Matto, you've got well, not too many more than me. We've both got kind of light on numbers this month. But what have you been playing?
Well, to start off with, we'll go back to last month where I was played Yakuza 0 and decided to finish that up.
Yep.
Good game. Would recommend. If you haven't played it, go play it. It's just like
and if you're
every
not too
other
intimidated
Yakuza
by
game.
playing, 17 other games around it off the back
Yeah,
of it,
good.
before it
And
or after it.
yeah, no, too bad. Then yeah, did that. Good game. We'll get on to 6 one of these days after I play all the other games that I've got to play first. Yet, after 6 games, I said in a tweet, I still don't know a word of Japanese, which is great.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing when it comes to reflecting on the experience, but
Well,
anyway.
considering like everyone's like, oh, I learned English from watching some stupid TV show, you go, oh wow, that's fantastic, and there you go. I played 6 Yakuza games, but
And I don't know a word of the language.
don't know a single word of Japanese except for thank you, I think.
Which is
Origami. Oh no, that's a paper bird. I was just saying
arigato.
origamo, or that spice. I can't remember.
I think you're getting exposed here. You're doing your arigato, I think.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Not origamo. That is a herb of some sort.
Oregano.
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah. So we're off to a fantastic start. Yeah, let's. I think there's content that can be made out of this. Matto's
I believe
Japanese
not.
lessons as per Yakuza.
Sushi. There we go. That's not even a word. Don't think that's a.
Cop out, but yeah,
Or
we'll pay it.
All their yeses is. Oh, that's their yeses.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of grunting like sounds that I'm sure I'm being unbelievably disrespectful when I say that. I don't mean to be that way, but there's a few that I guess sometimes get portrayed through media that's a bit more grunty and groany or screamy than I suspect they are when the general population just talks normally. So
yeah, but
fix up your media in Japan.
And then we'll move on to one that I did understand, which was Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Nice.
Great game.
Getting yourself ready for Spider-Man 2.
I am. I thought, oh, yeah, it's going to take a while. Well, it did. I know it's not a long game, but if you want to do the old
6 to 8, I think, plus extras.
But if you want to do the old platinum, it takes longer. And you have to do a new Games Plus as well.
Are you going for the platinum, or have you got the platinum?
I'm going for it. All I've got left is to do 2 things. Finish the new Games Plus, and beat Finn in a rocket game, which is way down the track in the story. And then the only 2 things I've got to do. Everything else is done.
I'm just scoping out your trophies now. yeah, I'm real keen to. There it is. Oh, 97%. Right. I think I've mentioned on the show in the past, like I've got to go back and do it because for some reason there's like, even though I've got the trophy for finishing the game, there's a bunch of story beats that never pinged for some reason. Never quite worked out why. And then there's all the collectibles and those sort of things. Once I and the new game plus. Once I realized, well, hang on, I'm gonna have to do like a more than just a new game plus. Like I'm gonna have to do a pretty comprehensive run here to go and chase down all the stuff. I kind of kicked that to the curb and said I'd come back to it one day. So I'm currently sitting on 68%, but it's still my hope to sort that one out before Spider-Man 2 comes out in October. Which I guess, given, yeah, we've kind of referenced a couple times. Did you catch the new trailer that came out for it yesterday?
No. No, I did not.
It's good shit. It's really really good shit.
All I saw was a PS5 of a Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, there's a special Spider-Man 2 PS5. They're also selling the plates separately for people, which is kind of cool. Like you can buy the plates for either your digital console or the
$200 because every sucker will want it.
I'm gonna have to double check what the plate. And there's a oh, I think I nearly killed that video there. And there's a special like DualSense controller as well. So I'm gonna take a quick look on EB and see what plates are going for these days because just announced.
Well, probably. If you want a boring one, I'd say $80.
Oh, that's just
feels like the price is right. Trying to figure out what costs more, the luggage or the case.
10 a.m. July 28th is when people can get their hands on. So this Friday is when people can get their hands on that Spider-Man PS5 or all of the other bits and pieces. So PS5 plates. I don't know if that's what they even. What do they call them? We call them plates. That's clearly not what they call them on EB. I'll research that in the meantime. So, what else have you been playing though? Beyond all that.
Oh, right. I just in the middle of waiting for games to download. I played a game called Chia, which
one?
People for Chia.
Chia. Yeah, right.
The game, if people forgot, it's the New Caledonia one where you can become a coconut. Well, that's pretty much what it is. It's pretty much Wind Waker, but you become a coconut, and other things too. But it's just funny because that's all they showed in the trailer was, "Hey, you become a coconut." And I thought, brilliant! I want to play this game.
There we go. I just found the prices. So, like, if you want to get a like just the stock standard black plates, I mean, I guess, or the other colors, but like whatever plates you want for the disc-based version, it sets you back $85.
Ooh.
So I'd imagine that's going to be the same price for the Spider-Man ones.
I reckon it'll be more.
Well, yeah, I suppose it could be.
Spider-Man.
Do they do? So they've got their other colours. They're cosmic red, nova pink, starlight blue, grey camouflage. There's nothing that's above 85, but they are all just flat colours. There's no designs or anything on them.
Grey camouflage. That is the name.
It's that typical camo.
Yep. Innovation is our passion. It sure is with creative names. Really is.
Yeah, we'll see what comes of that one. But yeah, there's your price. So yeah, sorry, as you were saying though.
But old new French Wind Waker, that's what I shall call it. Chia. Wasn't sure if the T was silent or he said Chia, but in the game it says Chia.
Okay, so cool. That clarifies that one because I even went with Chia.
So, and also, do not ask me about my French. I have no idea except for oui and au revoir.
That's all right. We won't push on that.
Baguette, croissant, and no, latte is not a French word. It could be. I don't know. Don't give me a game saying guess the language. I'll be in trouble. I do not want to play that game.
So is Chia good?
It's okay. It's got its humour. I'll give it credit for that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just an impatient person where it says, "Hey, you got to go to this part of the island and you got to walk there." And it doesn't really give you a clear direction on where to walk, or you just climb up a mountain that takes ages. But if you want as a coconut, you'd be flying. No.
Not yet. Okay.
I played like an hour or so of it until I was waiting for my other game to download, which it did, so I gave up playing Chia. But yeah, if I ever get back to it, I'll get back to it. But
well, apparently it's a 7-hour game if you just go for the main story, so it's not super long. 20 hours if you want to be a completionist about it, but
no thanks. Trust me, you do not want to do a completionist of that game.
I'll be a completionist person.
Straight up silly. Then I was decided to get onto the game I was waiting to download, which was the Groundhog equivalent of space, Returnal.
Oh yeah, I saw that in your trophies. Yeah, right, cool. What are you making of Returnal? Because I feel like it'd be a divisive game. It either really clicks with you or it doesn't.
It is. It depends how you approach it. That's how I look at it. If you're just that person who just goes, right, I want to get to the whatever the signal is, white signal or whatever you call it, and you get angry because you keep dying. I have played Hades, and I sort of knew straight away how this game plays. It's just accept the death. That's how you look at it. It's just
Yeah.
the more you die, the story starts to slowly unravel. This, that, blah, blah, blah.
Plus the usual roguelike thing where like you'll get better at it as well.
Yeah, and it's just also too avoid those other dead bodies. I hate them. Don't care. It's like, oh, there's a signal here of another dead person. Like, I ain't touching that body
Yeah.
because it comes out with octopus arms, and that's the end of me.
Geez, if you're playing at the moment, we might have to jump into like a co-op run at some stage because I really want to try that out.
Hey,
and also, I think I mentioned this on the show at some point. Like when I played it for review, I actually like Angelica was giving it a go. My wife, for anyone listening, and I jumped in to help her out at one point, and then something happened with the kids. She went and dealt with that. And I kept playing, and I finished the game on her account. So I actually haven't been able to replicate it. I've been able to get real close. Never was able to replicate it. I got like the perfect run on hers, and just blitzed the rest of it. And I've never been able to do it on my own. So I've been for a long time looking for an opportunity to go back, try out the co-op, but also hopefully get through and actually finish the main campaign in my own account. Because I think I'm up to maybe the third or fourth region, and kind of just kept hitting a brick wall and then somehow smashed through it while I was in her account, and it's one of these annoying things to this very day.
I think I played like 13 hours of it, and I was looking at all the you're looking at the trophy, like PlayStation profile thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and it said complete Act 1. I thought, I've never finished the first act yet. I thought, oh man. I thought, that's depressing. I thought I was doing so well. And then I see that. It's just, I almost cried. Because I thought, oh, I'm getting so close. I'm getting to whatever I'm meant to be doing. And then it's just
I think they've added save states into it now. I think you can save and then resume.
It's sort of like the old...
But it burns it basically. Like
Majora's Mask, where you can suspend the cycle, you can go back out of your game, or shut it down, whatever, but you can come back, you return to that spot, but you can't go back to it.
Yeah, the save file's kind of burnt as soon as you reopen again. So, and I'm sure there's ways like people could, you could definitely save scum it a little bit. Like better to be a slow sort of process where, you save, you boot the game, you upload your save to the cloud, and then go.
But I sort of feel like that's not even worth the time.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not the way you want to play it anyway.
But that's the way. Like you can do that. But
I did consider it with my circumstance. I considered it for a little while before that co-op thing came along.
Then there's other times where I just play around. It's like, oh, just kill me already, and then I'm there for about an hour later. I'm somehow still alive. I was like, how is this possible? It's just something. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this real good, and then within the first 30 seconds, you die. You just go, oh shit. I thought I was going to do so well, and then I didn't. I just want to go see the spaceman. That's all I want. I'm not scared of the spaceman.
Oh, the spaceman. No, don't be scared of the spaceman.
I'm not scared of the spaceman. I want to see the spaceman, and every time that's all I want. That's my goal. I just want to see the spaceman. I'm not scared of spaceman like that lady is for some reason. Embrace the spaceman. The spaceman is helpful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the spaceman, if you... I guess spoilers people, like when you're out in the game, you find a little spaceman thing lying around. That's like a respawn, like a free respawn. So
yeah, don't have to go back to
square one again.
Start or your little checkpoint thing that you find that you go hide in and come back out. Or checkpoint, I should say. Like it's a checkpoint. It's pointless, but one of these days I'll finish it and I'll be so happy.
Speaking about other games that you're potentially going to finish. I'm still looking at your trophies, and I can't help but notice that you've been playing a little bit of Spyro lately.
Yeah, I only just started playing Spyro. It's only been... I only played like 30 minutes of it the other night. It was just... I haven't got that far yet.
When did that?
I
They came out in 2018. The remakes or remasters, whatever we want to call them.
the Toys for Bob special.
Toys for Bob stuff.
Yes. So far, I've only done like 2 worlds. It's just I remember this. It's good old days of
Yeah.
very simple level layout that doesn't require 2 hours to complete one region. It's see, if that's what you want to do, PlayStation save like I don't know, $180 million of a game. Just make a small world and make it fun. That's what Spyro is all about.
Exactly. And it's going to be a real shame to probably never get another one of those on PlayStation ever again with the Activision deal now basically all but done.
Oh well, that's your own. Too bad, Jim. Too focused on Call of Duty instead of all those other IPs that Activision has.
Yeah, that's.
That
I
now-
mean, we don't need to make a whole topic out of this, but they've completely fucked it. Like that Microsoft offered them a deal which had Call of Duty, but it also had all these other IP, and they declined it and went down the argumentative path and supported the FTC and all that sort of thing. And now that the FTC is clearly lost and Microsoft's clearly going to get Activision, a new deal came across the table which they signed, and it's for Call of Duty, but nothing else. So.
And who's the big winner out of this? Nintendo.
Well, yeah.
Like, okay, well, if Sony doesn't want it, hey, Nintendo, do you want this? Like, sure, why not?
Yeah, we'll
Here's
take Spyro.
Spyro 4. Have Spyro 4, just rub it in Jim's face.
It's a bit soul destroying as someone who played Spyro there from day one. Like Insomniac made it. Same idea with Crash. Like Naughty Dog made it, and it's weird that those games will be presumably locked away and never actually seen again on PlayStation.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel right.
That's like if Microsoft purchased Square Enix and said, right, Final Fantasy is exclusive. Everyone just go, no, it doesn't. That's wrong. Even I know that's wrong.
Yeah.
Just controller wise too, I was looking at it go, no, this ain't right.
No.
It feels wrong.
But it's weird, and we'll have to see what happens there. But I mean, you definitely plan to stick with Spyro though. Like you're going to go through and play 2 and 3, and yeah, good.
Oh yeah, definitely. When I get the chance. But so after sort of Returnal, I thought, you know what? I'm going to play a more relaxing space adventure game. Which is you've also played this as well.
Yeah.
The game called Pikmin 4. And I've only done early stages yet. But I do get why they do it. But I would just like a part where it says, right, have you played a Pikmin game before? Yes or no? And you can just put yes. I don't need to know. Hey, this is an onion. I know what an onion is. I've played.
Oh yeah, they tutorialize you in the same way every
Here's
single
a
time.
red Pikmin. I know what a bloody red Pikmin is. I played the first one 22 years ago. It hasn't changed. Yes, I know. It doesn't burn. It's stronger than the other ones. Blah, 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 blah. I know all that. I don't need to know, hey, here's a wall you can knock down. I know the wall can be knocked down. This bridge can be built. I know.
Just let me play the game.
I know. I understand that Pikmin 3 originally came out 10 years ago.
Yeah,
roughly 10 years ago. I know it's a new audience. But you also got an old audience that knows what to do in these games. You don't necessarily need to go over it again.
Yeah, you're right. Like I think having that option, like have you played a Pikmin game before, yes or no, makes it very easy. Where all those things that kind of been introduced through 1, 2, and 3, they don't need to reintroduce them again, and then they only need to focus on, okay, what's the ice Pikmin do? What's the glow Pikmin do? What's this new feature? What's that new feature? And just deal with all that sort of stuff.
And yet again, for some reason, we are going to save a dickhead astronaut explorer man named Oliver.
Yeah, is this like Lost or something? Because they just keep crashing and they keep coming back.
Or Lost in Space. I don't know what you want to.
Well, yeah, I guess like a space version of Lost, but like it's ridiculous the number of plane crashes and stuff, or rocket crashes.
And then I think we'll talk about this off air. We'll just find it funny. Like he's done it 4 times. He's crashed 4 times, but for some reason we're going off his logs, which I think is a silly idea because clearly they haven't worked.
Why are we listening to this man? He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes, that's an onion. That's a red Pikmin. Yes, it is strong. It does not fire. Blue ones that can swim and not drown. Yes, I understand all that. But no, he can't save himself. And it's also just really weird that you just look around and go, wow, that's a big park bench. And you go, what the
Oh
hell's
yeah, the
going on
scale of
here?
the stuff is ridiculous.
So you just look at it and go, what the hell is going on here? It's like you never paid attention to this before. Then there's the Game Boy. Was it a Pocket, was it? It was
There was an SP. It was the SP.
SP, that's the
Yeah.
one. I was looking to go, wow, I feel old. Just looking at that. And all the young kids will go, well, what's that? That was before the Switch, son.
And then they come up with like stupid names to kind of explain what it like. It's kind of always a little bit endearing what they do there, but I guess overall though, I mean, outside of the fact that you may be a little bit over the tutorializing and all that sort of stuff, I feel like you're enjoying it so far.
Yeah, it's a Pikmin game. Of course I'm going to enjoy it. You could just say anything. You could just do Pikmin 5, do the exact same thing as, well, of course they do the exact same thing. And I will still enjoy it because it is a Pikmin game.
Yeah, no, it's
And there's
pretty solid.
no
like
argument
that.
over it.
I
I don't
won't-
care if old dickhead Spaceman crashes again. If there was the choice of leaving him behind, I'm leaving him behind.
Yeah,
But I can't
pretty
do that
much.
because that's not the Nintendo way.
And the game doesn't allow us to do it. But yeah, I
No.
mean, it's like the incompetence of these people to have Olimar crash, then a crew goes out looking for him, they all crash, then you rock up to deal with that, and then you start
Then
having
you crash.
start having your own issues too. Like again, it's like the island from Lost.
Yeah, but no, it's the weird thing. Like, oh, everyone's crashed. Quick, send the rookie out so we don't have to worry about.
That'll be able
We
to
don't
save
want
the day,
to.
no worries.
We don't want to. We don't want to lose another senior space explorer person. Just send out the rookie.
Yeah, I don't.
Smart.
But it worked in the end. So yeah, look, I won't dive too deeply into the whole thing. A, because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but B, the listeners as well. Thanks to Nintendo, I got sent like a month out from launch Pikmin 4 for review. Got it finished weeks ago, and then naturally, as any good or bad games writer does, you finish the game and then you end up writing about it with about 48 hours left to go. Like you don't actually get started on the job properly until it's crunch time. Not ideal, but the game's amazing. The review's live on the Play 2 website. People should definitely check it out. It's a really awesome game. It's way longer than any Pikmin game. It's almost probably as long as all three core games combined. But it doesn't feel bloated at the same time, which is good because it's easy to go, oh, let's add shit and like make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and that could very easily get away from you. But no, they've made some cool additions, and obviously I've referenced two different types of Pikmin that have been added. There's still not like this crazy number of regions, but they're kind of multi-layered. There's some cool things to do with them. There's kind of the underground components that they've shown off in trailers that you can go and explore as well. There's like challenge modes. There's side stories that spin off after the fact that kind of that are a bit of a throwback and a reference to like Pikmin 1 and 2 with like the daily time constraints and all that. Like you got 15 days to get everything, otherwise you're screwed, sort of stuff.
Oh right. Yeah.
Which is cool. There's only, unless there was something I'd never discovered, and I don't think that's the case, because I've 100% of this game. There's one of those, but it's cool to be able to play like a Pikmin game that way again. I'm glad they put that there. Like they've catered to everyone with it, so it's really really cool. Definitely worthwhile picking up, and I expect that because it's a new Pikmin game on the Switch, it'll be the best selling game in the franchise to date. Just seems to be the way everything goes once it launches on the Switch. You didn't have any others, did you? Is that? Oh, did you get it from JB? Did you get one of these little pins or whatever?
Yeah, I got this
key rings?
keychain thing, a yellow one holding an apple or a
Very
cherry.
nice.
Don't know.
Yeah, that's centered
Not,
perfectly.
it does
No,
not
nailed it.
focus at all.
You
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
have any others to
That's
discuss.
the
though, did you?
yellow one. No, that's it.
So for me, yeah, Pikmin has kind of been the main game that I've played over the course of the month. I had to do it for review, and so I dedicated a lot of time to that and was just loving it. I played it. I don't know about you. Are you playing it on the big screen or are you playing it portably?
No, on the big screen.
Oh, see, I found myself playing probably 95%
played the
of the
demo.
time.
I played the demo on the handheld for some reason. Don't know why, but just like I said, because if you play the demo, it's pretty much the first, what'd you say, hour and a half of the game, depending on how many items you get, this and that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the same. He said, "Do you want to start again?" I said no, which
No,
was
just pick up from there.
a
Don't
stupid
want to get all
one,
that
which was a
tutorial stuff
stupid-
again.
No, I did. I said yes. I thought maybe they'll change it. It was a stupid idea. It was the same thing again.
Yeah, look, I mean, for me, I played it on the OLED and absolutely love. Like, it just looks so good on the OLED screen. So, uh, better than like my brand new like 4K fancy TV as well. So like, go figure. But the game's amazing. People should absolutely go check it out. So that's the main one I've been playing. The other game is embargoed for a few days yet, so people can kind of, I guess, you keep an eye out for a review that pops on the website in the next couple of days, and that'll kind of fill in the gaps with another game that I spent a little bit of time with over the course of the month. And then there's some others that I can talk about that either embargoes have lapsed or whatever. So I've been playing Exo Primal, the Capcom kind of dinosaur shooting.
Oh, the dinosaur
game.
one.
It's free on Game Pass, but thanks to Turn Left, scored a code. Working on some review stuff with Matt Houston at the moment, and that'll be live pretty soon, I would imagine. So people can keep their eyes out for that. It's a weird one. Like, the loop is really, really basic. Like, you kind of get thrown on this kind of linear path. You'll go from like dinosaur cull to dinosaur cull, and there'll just be like a few waves of dinosaurs, kill them, move on to the next one, do it again, rinse and repeat a few times. You get to the end of a stage where there's another team that's basically doing the same thing in parallel to you, and after you complete each cull, each section, and move on, you'll get a quick glimpse as to where they're at and work out, and the game kind of tells you whether you're in front of them, behind them. It's kind of a bit of a race at that point. You get to an end, get to the end of it, ends in a potential, like, you can play it PvP or PvE. So the final kind of stage kind of differs a little bit in terms of what you need to do. You could be going head to head with the opposition team at the end with kind of, some of the stuff that you've earned along the way behind you, or kind of still going against them in that PvE style. Winners decided from that, and I feel like I'm winning a couple more than I lose. It's squad based stuff, and I haven't been playing with anyone I know at this point. It's all just been, and I think that's mostly because I think most people within the gaming circles I associate with have Game Pass, so they'll be playing it on Xbox because it's free on Game Pass. I got sent the code on PlayStation, so I'm playing it there. But there is cross-play. It's just that I'll not know who it is that I'm actually playing against. It either has a PlayStation logo or a Capcom, like a C from Capcom, and I just know that they're either PC or Xbox. But it's cool. It's repetitive, but the loop seems to have me hooked enough that I keep going. They deliver story in a weird way, so it has a story somehow. Dinosaurs, like sci-fi in the future, but dinosaurs being ripped through portals and shit.
Dinosaurs falling out of the sky.
Yeah,
Jurassic Park.
But somehow it has one, but it delivers it in a weird way. You remember how like the original Titanfall tried to drip feed story somehow into like your multiplayer matches and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to do it, but they're less invasive. So like you'll play them, like you have to play a certain number of matches, then you get a big cut scene and that sort of thing that kind of plays out. There's kind of like as you're leveling up and whatnot along the way, you're unlocking things in this. I can't remember what the screen's called, what the like menu screen's called, but it's a big screen with lots of nodes and stuff on it. And they start unlocking, and they give you lore and they share story with you and a whole bunch of other bits and pieces that all kind of connects to the playing experience as well. You can then unlock credits from doing those, which you can then buy skins and upgrade your gear and all like the normal live service game loop sort of stuff. They're delivering it in a really interesting way, but I could not care less about the story. Like, do not try and justify your dinosaurs in a like very futuristic setting. Why are they coming through portals? I don't care. I really don't care, but the way they're delivering it is still kind of interesting. So, Exo Primal, yeah, it's out on Game Pass, people, and it's on PlayStation and PC as well. So, if it looks cool to you, it's definitely worth giving it a crack, and you might really enjoy the loop, similar to like I'm really enjoying the gameplay loop. It's just, pretty simple, I guess, at the end of the day. The other main things I've been playing has been VR stuff. So, Synapse, which was a really cool VR game that PlayStation had been throwing a little bit of support behind. It wasn't a PlayStation game specifically, but it was being made exclusively for PSVR 2. It's a roguelike in VR, really, really cool first-person shooter. Really, really into it, and I'm pretty close to actually being done with that and having a review out the door for people, so you can take a look at that in the near future. The game is already out, though. And out of nowhere, I got an unsolicited email from Supergiant, the developers behind like the Dark Pictures games. Sorry, not Supergiant, Supermassive. The developers behind the the Dark Pictures games, and they sent me Switchback VR, the Dark Pictures Switchback VR, which is the one that was meant to come out at the launch of PSVR 2 and then got delayed a bit. But they sent that with like, I don't know, maybe they're trying to bury it because they sent it with like 2 days before the embargo. There was no chance I was ever going to be able to hit it, myself and all the other media that would have gotten it. So
The old Golem trick.
they even gave me more time for Gollum. So
Oh, really?
oh yeah, like I was able to hit that embargo for Gollum and announce how
I think everyone hit the embargo. Just came up with really creative headlines of how bad
how bad it is
that game was.
So yeah, I've very very briefly dabbled, but don't really have enough to be able to give people like a proper opinion of it. The last thing that I've played, I'm actually replaying specifically, is God of War Ascension, for reasons that I can't disclose yet. But if people have kind of been following some published works that I am a part of at the moment, there's, I guess, more to be done down that pathway, and so I'm playing God of War Ascension for reasons. That's about it. That's all I can really say.
I was going to say, is there going to be a real life boy simulator 2018?
No. I remember Ascension was the prequel one to the core trilogy. Yeah, that it was the last one that then preceded God of Boy.
To Boy Simulator.
So yeah, they're like, I mean, Ascension, I haven't gotten to kind of that section near the very end where they put you on this big lift and it was just wave after wave and it was just brutal and it hated you. I haven't gotten back to that yet, but that's only a matter of time. I'll be curious to kind of see how my thoughts of that sit. Almost, I guess. Yeah, like, what would it be now? I think that game came out in 2012 or 2013, so yeah, about a decade on.
So it did come out of the PS3?
Yeah, it was a PS3 game, so I'm curious to see how that one goes, and then I'll be doing some writing about it, and people will eventually get an opportunity to find out how and why and where I'm doing that. But it's not a player 2 thing. Yeah, that's it for me. Like I said, there's an embargo redacted game at the moment, and I'm sure there's going to be more to come because August is going to start to get pretty big, and we'll go from there. But that's about it. I haven't even done a lot of like player 2 plays content and all those sort of things. I've been able to just kind of sit back and rely on all the demos that I did for Steam Next Fest a while ago, and there's been other stuff that other people have been putting out. It's been quiet. I've kind of stuck to my lane, played what I've needed to play, and then been recording a lot of dev diaries as people are, I think, starting to discover with the Patreon and all that sort of stuff that I've launched. So anyway, moving on from that, what's on the cards for you over the course of the next month? It's a kind of big month, or things start to get pretty big this month. So is there anything in particular that you're keen to play?
I don't just return to Pikmin 4 and Returnal. That's really my focus is on the big space adventure game of Starfield. That's how far ahead I'm thinking. It's just I've got to get all these games done before Starfield comes out, Spider-Man 2 comes out. Then for somehow Pikmin 1 and 2's in there as well.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about it because I guess you can get it digitally
the hard
now,
copy.
I want the hard copy.
Hard
too,
copy. And then God knows what else is going to come out in that period. So just try and finish as much as I can now before that pretty much finishes me for the rest of the year. Oh, the Cyberpunk DLC comes out there as well.
Oh, is that August? No, is that a bit later
September,
on?
I think.
September, October. Oh, okay.
September, maybe October? Around that old peak hour traffic area.
Yeah, somewhere I suppose it's all the same, really. Like once you kind of get to late August and then into September and October, it's a shit show. So, that's fair. I hope that I'm hoping I can get some opportunities to work through the backlog, but at the same time, August has some games that I'm pretty keen on as well. Stray Gods, which is a local game. It's kind of like an RPG cross musical thing. I've played it during Next Fest. It's amazing, and I'm playing it already. It's out in a couple of weeks, so people should stay tuned for that. And some thoughts that I'll have once I'm in a position to disclose them. Team 17's actually got a few cool games coming out this month. So Gord, which actually comes from a bunch of Witcher developers, but it's kind of a bit more isometric top down. Really, really cool. They've also got Moving Out 2 coming out this month.
Is Gord about pumpkins?
No, it's not about pumpkins.
Yeah, that wasted opportunity right there.
I was hoping there'd be some sort of pumpkin reference when I played the Next Fest demo, but no, nothing there.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, Moving Out 2 comes out, which like I really enjoyed Moving Out, but my wife didn't, and so I didn't really have like a couch co-op person to play with. But in Moving Out 2, they've brought online co-op in there, so I'm pretty keen to jump back into that and play with you or Buddy Watson or any other people that I like that might be keen on it. And I know in particular Buddy definitely is, so he might be my way to actually play through one of these.
So is this on? So we go on PlayStation side?
I mean that's where I've been playing.
Okay.
I haven't like whatever happens there. I don't even know if it might be on Game Pass or something too, so that could be an option. But I want to be able to play through these games with people, but I've not had the opportunity to do so. And there's so many people like, yeah, they're great, and like I can play with my friends, and I'm like, my wife's not keen, and because of having little kids, I don't really have people over all that often. So yeah, so like Moving Out kind of got away from me, despite how much I loved it. So really keen to play Moving Out 2 and play it online with people. So it'll be kind of cool. What else is coming out? Did Immortals? Yeah, Immortals of Avium got delayed from July into August. That's coming out. That's that first-person shooter from EA. The Battle Mage one.
Magic Hands.
Sea of Stars, which is arguably my most anticipated game for the rest of the year. That comes out. That's the Super Chrono Trigger inspired one. There's quite a few things, and then like Starfield is September 1st. So when we next go to record, I don't know. Like I'd like to think that I'm maybe already playing it, but at the same time, it's like early access is September 1st, and I'll be on it. So it's gonna be pretty close.
You could also throw in there as well the September-October period of Assassin's Creed Mirage as well.
Yeah, Mirage is what's that? Mirage is October. Alan Wake's October. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is October. Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder come out the exact same day. There's City Skylines. There's probably not Alone in the Dark after your experience with the demo.
No, God, no, just ignore that one.
But yeah, and then like September, there's Starfield. There's Baldur's Gate 3, which got delayed on PlayStation. That's where I'll play it. But yeah, Cocoon. I'm interested in trying out Payday 3, and that's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'm gonna give that a crack. Lies of P even comes out in September too. So. But that's Game Pass as well. So there's options, and also it looks like not Life is Strange. High on Life is about to come to PlayStation as well, and that's like I played it on Xbox. I tried it, like I demoed it specifically when I was trying out the like xCloud and trying out some cloud streaming on my brand new TV at the time, and enjoyed my time with it there. But then it just got away from me in terms of actually going back and playing it. And I'm certain that when there's some trophies there dangling over me, that's the way to get me to actually play it. So it's popped up on like the back end, so I assume it's like a week or two from just suddenly going, surprise, here it is, it's out. So keen to play that as well. There's a lot coming. Any other thoughts though?
No. Just,
then like
I said, so many goddamn games to try and get through.
September, October in particular are gonna be pretty nuts. So good luck to everyone with that. I guess we'll debrief when we're basically on its doorstep this time next month. We'll wrap things up there then. If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patch, Player 2 Plays, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Visit the website, player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Patch, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. A little shout out for Dev Diary, well, more so than what I normally do. I've launched a Patreon for that, so if anyone's interested in supporting that show and helping it grow and getting early access to episodes and supporting the whole next gen thing that I'm going down, I mean, that's already been funded and basically is going to be, that's locked in, that's going to happen forever now, but there's a whole bunch of other things I want to do with the show as well. Consider popping even $5 in for the month. It's the cost of a coffee and it'll help grow the show. But yeah, I'll stop spooking that. Go check it out. We're on, I guess Player 2 is on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. Lower tiers, early access, higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there's Twitter. Matto.
Matto_Phil. And also I'm on the old, was it the Threads?
You've jumped on Threads?
Whatever it's called. Yeah, same name.
Oh, same name? I'll make sure to add you there.
Same name. I honestly can't remember if it's the same name.
I'm going to see
if it would be.
Find you. Matto
I don't know.
_Phil. Is he there? That's you, Matto_Phil on Threads.
Wow, congratulations, you are follower number 1.
Oh, got it, and you've got follower number 1 now. Tick.
Oh,
Paul James Games for myself again, and on Threads as well. Player 2AU for the website. Thanks a lot for watching. Play lots of games. Let us know what you're playing in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next week.
I got a follow.
Yes.